Welcome back, everyone. It is turn 47 on a Nidavangr playthrough. We have a few big fights to talk about, a little bit about strategy, but going to keep it back since these turns have gotten a little bit longer in length. So we have finished enchantment. We are moving into back to evocation 7. We did enchantment 5 to be able to do some recalling or returning for our astral air death crow mages. We see TC getting another throne. We're going to really have to bring some forces against TC and not to have them try to snake a win. So we had one of our crow mages, Cloud Trapeze, over to Sonra because we were needing more support there. Doing Sea Serpent in the pit. Banelord in the pit to help out with just defense there. Found a magic site, Internal Expanse, so Unsealing Pattern. I'm not sure what that is. Let's do a quick check. Thomba. Oh, this may be where we picked up those horror marks. So this is not a. We have the ink pot right beside of it, unrest, and disease, and then we have. I'm sorry, the unsettling pattern for horror. So maybe we picked up one there, but we found it, and so Sonra, our big, looks like Vanheim comes out swinging. So I'm going to pause to try to go and put up colors and some description. So our goal in this fight was to try to just kind of rush more because we're expecting some thunder strikes and try to use our mages for more have support, but they are. It looks like they picked up the lawn dead. I'm so glad we brought our prophet in here to help us weed that out. But they are still using a lot of the blow pipes. So here we go. Thunder strikes, warrior illusions. There they come. So Divine Just Bless went off. And they got up the Mist and that Twilight spell as they have been. One thing, I'm curious. So yeah, so these blowpipes are going to be cut precision. Mist is going to half it, and then also it looks like Twilight halves it as well, unless they have Dark Vision or True Sight, which I don't think they are. So yeah, so their precision drops drastically. Great for us. We're no longer putting up Mist because it helps with their clouds, but we see more Warrior Illusions, Dreamless Slumbers. That was a big hit. Did this mage have death? That one of their commanders is just slinging. So that's death 1. Bag of Winds. No, just high glamour. I'm not seeing high death. Oh, we saw. Oh, we haven't seen this unit before. So Valkyries from Vanheim. So they launched out to attack one of our bears. Hopefully, he only got Enlarge and Temper Flesh. He didn't get his. Oh, did he? It looks like he. Yeah, he did get Iron Skin up first. So hoping to hold that. See, Banish is going out. More Ephemeral Blasts coming out. A lot of these Cub Warriors are asleep here, which is fine. Oh, and this bear's helping out with that. I don't see lightning on it. It looked like he was shooting that nature stream. I cannot remember the name of it. Astral Healing, Group Blur. But yeah, these banishes. We have a lot of units asleep. So these magic resist did not get prog, so we just see all of this sleep. This looks pretty bad for us since they're just launching arrows. I did not plan for the Prophet to help counter Undead. That was completely the luck, but I'm glad that we did to really help with all this chaff. So Bowmen are routing, which is great. Looks like we got some of our Nidbeth going strong, pushing up. Our bear is still surviving. Does he have regen? No, he's morale hit, so he's trying to run. I'm going to zoom out a little bit further, try to just see the fight. So we have some of these units asleep, fighting more undead. Lightning bolts coming out. We're finally getting to some of their mage line. Round 14. So finally having some units help with the bear. Alright, so we're seeing some of their globals end. Just kind of looking around the battlefield. Ooh, That's Shockwave is just blasting the troops. We're going to be losing some lives there. There's another big hit. Really need to get some earth to help us with all the lightning. Oh, the bear finally goes down, but held up the Valkyries. We appreciate all the work. Another shockwave. But it looks like this is going to be it. Oh, coming back in, sweeping in to help. Armies, Vanheim has routed. So we're seeing the big mages that have Gift of Flight be able to fly out before a kill. I'm going to speed it up because they're retreating now. And they're getting a few last minute kills. So overall, this could have gone a lot worse. So sleep clouds are still being detrimental. And again, that's what I would be doing as Vanheim, throwing them up and assisting. But we lost a bear. So let's look at this overarching battle report. But glad we still won. So the last one, Vanadrot, great. The Van Jarls, these are another expensive. They're not slow to recruit, but I think they're cap only as well. So that's a good chunk lost there. The Van Herses are still fine. They lost just a bunch of chaff. And not many blowpipes. They lost about a third of their forces. And not many, what is that? A fifth of their Vans. So, and most of their Valkyries. What did we lose on our side? So we lost one Great Bear. We lost one Nidhurst. And we lost our Cub Warriors, which again, those are siege, that's fine. We lost 5 Nidbeth. We lost most of our Nidlevas, and we lost half of our Wolf Clan. And I have it written down, out of the Nidbeths that survived, we lost 19 lives. So out of the ones remaining. But still, being able to keep pushing Sonra and applying the pressure with Vanheim, if we can really take that palisade down, I think this is, especially with TC making a throne play, that's pretty much all we're going to be pushing at this time, depending on what TC does. They also attacked Chibia. Oh, and so this was the province where he just dumped PD with elephants. It looks like they got the Bandar warriors that we bid on as well. I have to assume they PD routed because they had oh, it's just one van. It's just brought in the Bandar warriors. Okay, so yeah. So this PD has paid for itself with another one, keeping that province up. And the mountains, this is their raiding party that they are just moving around with and taking out. I am surprised we got a van with this, so we'll take it. And then man continues to attack Woods of Weeping. We had trolls hit in Inupatia. I'm mispronouncing it, I'm sure. We lost a temple. Did we actually lose the temple? No. So it's just a Dominion hit. And then the trolls attacked. So we have 9 trolls that we have to kill there. And we're almost done through Sonria, and we have breached Silverfangs again. Whew, a lot of fighting. So let's talk about the geopolitics first. TC. TC has definitely expanded. It looks like Vanheim has not really done anything with them, and with the pressure we were hoping to put on Vanheim, TC has really flourished. They have grown considerably, and this is just a lesson: never show someone is out of the fight. We've seen their Gifts of Heaven attack last time with Black Forest. We're going to have to do something with them, because even though Vanheim's a bigger threat, or as a whole, they have that throne position. Just a reminder, you only need 4 thrones to win. And they claim 2. 1 is beside their cap. So we're hoping. This one looks not great with spring hawks and living statues, and we see another pretender over this. So I think we have to strike now, or start moving that way to fight TC. We still have Vanheim raiding. We're going to worry about that, but first we're going to finish out Man. And then we'll be moving troops for Vanheim. Maybe they'll be losing more as they hit PD as well. We have some large PD dumps from our man fight here, like especially with this heavy calv and the throne. But we'll see what they're doing. I really want to get back this because this is astral and earth, and we need earth gems. Well, technically we need both. So, and then we have, as I mentioned, on our eastern flank, Sonria is the bastion we wanted to make sure they could not dive into Silver Grove and to free up our shoreline. Still worried about this island. But what are we going to do, and what is our movement looking like? So first we're attacking man, bringing a larger force. These are full sacreds that we're coming in at, and having support with a couple mages to finish out man and clear that up, because we want to free up this dominion. They still have high dominion in a few of these provinces, so we want to take care of that. We're not going to assault Silverfangs yet. If we look, we just have these sacreds, and we watched what happened last time because of these cub warriors. So we are going to bring in the larger squad of sacreds as well to get on those archers as soon as possible and push through in. So that's the goal here, is finish up man and then turn our attention to Vanheim's raiding that they've done. Getting our unrest down here as well, slowly but surely. And what our rest of our troops are, we're going to be focusing on TC. So we have built up, we're getting heavy cav here in this province. We saw we could recruit them, so we are pushing that. We also have a very strong amount of troops, almost 100 of our nation's troops, and recruiting more. Instead of sending them underground, we're going to be focusing on TC. We want to couple that with our sacreds. So we're moving part of our sacreds over to take care of the trolls, and then they'll swing back through. And the rest of our sacreds we're bringing up through TC. So for now, we're going to send most of our sacreds over. And the reason why we're doing that is we have a good amount of sacreds and units coming back in to support Sonra that are fairly healthy. This is going to really reinforce Sonra, like we're more than doubling our sacreds at this point, because on Sonra, our current sacreds are getting quite low if we look at their lives and what they've been doing. We're going to try to rush them again, but this time, as we're bringing in more troops, we want to bring our Nidbeth slightly back and put our stronger units forward. So we'll have these, and they're going to be on attack rear. I'm trying to use these as much as we can. In case they have flyers, we have some of these back. So that needs to be fire closest. We want to push fire archers, it's fine. Actually, we'll do that as well. Hopefully get in javelins. Attack closest, attack rear, make sure they kind of push through, fire closest. So we're still trying to protect our profit, and we've moved our air gens back over to arrow ward and spell ward, etc. as well. And then we have our mages kind of close to the middle, and we're gonna, our Nid here has lost some more life. He's lost, I think, another one, so he's down to 5, but I still think he's fine. We're gonna hopefully get quickness on him from our wolf mage. So hopefully keeping Sonra moving, reinforcing that. We're taking our, where are you? Our Bane Lord to grab the undead that we've summoned and also pull them in and try to hit the back lines of Lake Fortune and Blue Waters and clean up the ocean a little bit in our favor as well. Underground, we are going to need to get rid of this prophet that is preaching out of Dominion. We're amassing in Gold Crags. We're wasting a lot of mage turns, but we want one more group to get enough units here before we can do an assault. So I believe, did I miss these? These should be moving forward. Let's go ahead and grab these two. Actually, no, we'll wait for, I think we're moving, sneaking back. Yeah, we're moving a couple of our commanders back to grab troops while we sit here for one more turn before assaulting. And then under spring, we're recruiting more. I think I talked about this either last turn or the turn before. One thing I'm trying to constantly do is keep applying pressure. So keep recruiting troops while you're going to objectives. So even down here with TC, like the good old woods, let's go ahead and move them, taking a step back because I know they're patrolling out. But actually, I missed this one. I want to go ahead and grab units. Is this yes? So here's an example, just constant recruiting on the borders to make sure we'll have troops as we move commanders in as well. So I think that is it for this turn. Still a lot of fights going on, still a lot to change. Oh, research before I forget. So we hit enchantment 5, so So we're doing to be able to do some ritual returning with our crow mages as well as another layer of safety. And now we're pushing into evocation 7, and then we're going to be flipping over to Thom because we are working over our glamour summons to be able to do like group luck. So checking out the throne, we have a blue cap, and with the item that we made last time from our pretender, we're summoning another blue cap, and we're going to be sending these to the western flank to help us against TC. So we're building our glamour nation using these gems that we have as a whole. So that will be it. Thank you again so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the next turn. Have a great day. Bye. Hey, welcome back. It is turn 48 on our Nidavangr playthrough, and we have a spicy turn up ahead. So let's jump in. We've got some summons going on. We fought Brightwoods. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on these fights because we took a large force to overwhelm the PD, but we see we cleaned them up, and the man has one province left. We also fought the trolls, cleaned them up, and we don't see any wounds there. And just looking at our sacreds, they're all healthy. Looks like one got battle fright, but the rest still have all. Oh, we did lose one Scar Soul. But then TC attacked another throne, and they won. And looking at them, they're throwing a lot of summons. Makes sense with the armies they have, but they are making a play for the thrones, and we probably should have went a turn before, but I assume we're going to see more gifts of heavens. Actually, I'm not seeing any gifts. Maybe they didn't have as much geomancers, but just a lot of cavalry go. And then one thing to be mindful of their pretender: Iron Skin, Personal Flight, Flying Shards, yep. And then he goes in with his weapons. So 30 prot, 17 defense, and 24 MR, so with air shield. So be something to push in, and hit points 100. So let's make sure we remember they're blessed, because it's been all Twist Fate, and that's really it. Reinvigorate and match resistance. So, but the point is, they are playing for that throne. So didn't lose any mages here. Oh yeah, they didn't have any geomancers here. So this fight was right beside their cap. So they have their 2 thrones claimed. They just got a 3rd with their pretender, and I'm sure they're going to be going for Transabor here shortly. And we're going to do what we can to stop it. But again, we may be a turn late, unfortunately. So we'll see if they can get it win in. This is when we'll do a lessons learned video, just talk about how the game played out. Well, we'll see. We'll get to that shortly. Vanheim attacked our province and controls it. So they took over. They took our celestials that we wanted and moved in and wiped them out. These things have high protection, great defense, high damage. So they're coming in as well. Some Ettins attacked, and then TC found our patrolling unit. So yes, let us talk about the world, and then let's talk about expectation. So TC is definitely playing for a play, as we've been talking about. They have grown, and maybe that I put too much pressure on Vanheim. I was hoping that would keep boundary together between, or let's say keep a war on both sides, because I thought Vanheim was too big. But look how much TC has grown over these past 10 to 12 turns. They have really been able to flourish, and this maybe have been to our detriment to not apply additional pressure. This is Dominions, and you always look back in hindsight. So they already got this palisade up. We know they're going to be building another one up, and it should be a few turns away. We are going to be moving all of our troops that we can over to move through the Black Forest. So what are we bringing here? We don't have many sacreds, unfortunately. We're bringing a lot of the heavy cav that we have created. We are bringing a lot of our wolf clans, female wolf clans, to try to tie them up. we could try to make for Vath, but I think Black Forest is going to be the easiest. Yes, it's surrounded. Yes, this army can move up to help contest, but I don't feel like we have much of an option. And we're going to be bringing in more sacreds as we can. Let's go ahead and bless these up. They're moving here. Yes. So let's put a mage with them as well, just in case they get hit on the way. We can go ahead. Blessing is more important for the Nidbeth, and then these are a little bit further back. Oh, we have some bodyguards as well. Perfect. So, yeah, so we're trying to make our way to Black Forest, and we're going to keep pushing in units. Unfortunately, we don't have Dominion 9 yet in our cap. Funny enough, in Silver Grove and all around it, and in Nepta, and Valgard, and Last Step Swamp, they're all Dominion 9, but our cap does not. So hopefully that will get that extra life. But regardless, we need troops, we need bodies, so we're recruiting in the provinces as well as we can. We're also bidding for mercs, and we're going to almost double the asking price, doing as much as we can to get these Sylphs and Windlord. Actually, let's go ahead and just spend all of our money on this that we can bid here. Maybe a faster way to increase, but so yeah, let's just use everything we have. We do have 2 crow mages that are going ahead and using ritual returning. Actually, no, these can't fly. Never mind, they are moving with the troops. I'm glad I caught that. I'm used to crow mage being able to fly, but because these have turned into whites, they're going to be kind of limited. So let's throw on some astral gems as well. Yeah. So move these down. We do have a crow mage here that we can fly in, and I believe we have another one somewhere. No, we don't. Just doing a quick check. No, I think we have 2 mages on the other side. So we do have, I know we have 1 underground. So let's go ahead, move you, and start flying that way as well. We'll just take 1 crow mage that we can up on this side. We need as much support we can for endgame. We are patrolling with the units here, but we are taking taking some troops over from Inta over as well. Actually, while I'm looking at this, let's go ahead and take in a bulk of these. And have V start moving to the cap to continue on. We want to send as much as we can over there. So yeah, so this turn we're going to see what TC does, but they may be snaking a win from us. So what else are we doing? Because we can't focus everything there. We're not worried about Vanheim territories yet because we really need Silver Fangs to knock out Man's Dominion. We are storming with only the Nidbeth. So we're taking our Nidbeth, we're storming with them and the mages, and we're attacking closest to try to get rid of a lot of those archers as well. We may take a small group to do attack rear, but the main focus is to get those archers down ASAP. On our east flank, we got Dominion here, and because we have scrying, we can see what they have. So they have some spirits, they have vans in that order, and some Vandrots as well. But the bigger thing is we see that they have moved up their horse tribe from the underground here. So we have another big attack. Even though we've knocked the fortification, I'm not about to siege, because if the fight is terrible for us, we'll be sieging and just losing troops. So we're going to stay here. We're going to keep preaching and discovering, but I don't think they have plenty of supplies. And I think the way storming or the palisades work is you split supplies with the attacker and defender. So I don't really think we can make them starve their way out. But we just see Here's 80 crossbowmen. We have 70 horse tribe and blowpipes here. We have these celestial soldiers at more attack. So it's going to be another big fight at Sonria. And since we can't keep reinforcing just because of TC, we may be giving this area up. I hate it. We did reinforce with sacreds, but a lot of our sacreds are weak here. But we do have this fresh recruit line coming in. But we'll see. We changed our strategy again just because they are using thunder strikes, but they're having so many archers. I'm holding back. I'm going to make sure that our crow mages can at least arrow ward up our sacreds and to be able to support them and then use spell ward. Actually, I'll do the same here. Instead of, let's throw up a spell ward as well, and then you can go into mist form to try to help out. So again, another fight, well, we expect here. And then in the water, TC has completely messed up. They may be playing more defensive, not sure. They may overrun us at the pit and knock us out of the water, but our main goal again is Black Forest. This is where we're trying to concentrate, bringing in a lot of our mages, we're bringing in a lot of our gems that we can bring in to help support, and we'll bring in our white mages, and we back up with crows. Research wise, we are not going to hit what we really would like was Wind of Death this turn. It will be, well, technically in 3 months because it will be done in 2 months. But we'll have that online if the game lasts that long. We're also bringing down a lot of our blue flames. They're the gnomes that have been transformed because they have high map move and they're, I think they're floating. Yes. So moving them down with some Gossamer Veils to be ready, so they will be able to get to help us with luck. Actually, now that I think about it, let's go ahead and get luck before getting evocation. So we're going to pivot completely to have them utilize luck, and then let's go ahead and keep summoning. We'll summon another blue cap to start that chain again. I was thinking about utilizing to have a astral in case one of our crow mages needed it, but it's more important for them. Yeah, so we're going to maybe see the end of the game here shortly if TC's doing this push. I really hope Vanheim is going to be pushing on the east side, but we'll just see how it plays out. But that will be it for turn 48, and we'll see you next turn. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hello and welcome back to turn 49 on a Nidavangr playthrough. We have, as always, a lot to talk about in this late game, or mid-game, I guess mid-late game. We are getting close to round 50. So Thaumaturge has been researched. We're wanting to push further into that, but we changed direction. We'll get into that shortly. We see TC making a push for the thrones. We did some summons, and we have a lot of fights. So most of these are Vanheim doing some raiding. I'm not going to go and look at the fights because really we have a lot of just PD. Actually, this is a Vandra. I wonder if they mistagged this or this ran from the nearby fight in Sonria. Yeah, they don't. Oh, they do have some gems. Let's see if they're scripted to fight. Yeah, I wonder if they just retreated in a wrong direction or mistagged. But cast personal flight. Maybe they were just trying to see if they could take on, but we were able to kill a Vandrot, which is a huge. Again, I'm thinking this was a misplay, but we'll have to talk to the Human Nation later to see what happened there. Here is some of the PD attacks. So they're raiding. So we have a couple attacks, but we can see their party that has split up. So here they're sailing over more in here's and Huskarls, Skin Shifters, etc. So we're going to have to be dealing with that on around Manscap. But here's a big fight of Sonria, and definitely do want to watch this. So we knew they got the Celestial Soldiers from us. They're still recruiting a lot of Archer Fire, and again, we're going to try to soak a lot of this. We see some more of the Valkyries jump in the back, Twilight going up. None of this is really surprising. And the precision, we're really not using Cat Eyes for it. So we see our Nidbeth get pulled back, attack closest, take out the Valkyries, and just swarms of arrows. So Warrior Illusions, Dreamless Slumber, Beast Fury, Breath of the Dragon, I think I saw, Ephemeral Blast. So Vanheim has this mass attacking force, and these celestial soldiers are going to clean up a lot of Nidlavas as well. We really wanted these; they outbid us. So we have now our large Nidbeth coming up top, where a lot of their sacred, or not the sacred, a lot of the illusions and the celestials are doing on the bottom. So now we just have this massive amount of archer fire. Now, one thing we do see changed here is they're using more, it looks like flaming arrows. Trying to see if we can get a sense of that, but it doesn't show up. But the graphic looks like they've casted some flaming arrows out, which is going to really help against it. Honestly, it's going to be working better than poison. With that additional damage and our low protection, it's going to be just claiming lives. So this group is surrounded. This is not looking great for Nidavangr. I almost said Nidbath. That's the unit. So yeah, illusions coming in. A lot of our units are retreating. And we just hope that we can get through some of these. It's really close. This is so many illusions that they have pushed out. And a lot of people are asleep. Asleep, yeah. Did we not get Astral Ward on them? No, we did not. So that is something we really have to be mindful of. And honestly, a lot of the, yeah, there's, they do have air shield at least, which is helping. I'm going to speed this up. See if which line breaks first. Sermon of Courage is keeping them morale. And we see a lot of their archers have now retreated. So I think we'll be able to win the battle, but this is a lot of attrition loss for Nidavangr here. Hopefully we can get some of their mages though before. No, they've already retreated. We'll maybe get some. One. Nope, don't even get one. Oh, we got one. Okay. So, yes, we won, but I'm going to put an asterisk to that. Did we really win? So let's look at the mage. We got one Van Hers, and that's it. We killed some more of the woodsmen. They're filling those now instead of blowpipes. We got some Vans, a third of them. Finish out the Valkyries. They weren't doing a lot. Skin shifters, sure. Lavaborns from the previous province, and just a lot of chaff. Some in-heres. But let's look at their range. They have almost all their crossbowmen. They have most of their woodsmen. Like this next assault's going to be rough. And what did we lose? We lost a lot of our chaff. The Cub Warriors, not going to count them. Our Nidbeth, we did lose 8. We still have a good amount, but we'll have to check their lives. Nidlavas got destroyed. This was our chaff that we're hoping to take some hits, but not to the losses that we experienced. And same with our Wolf Clan. We just do not have enough shielding. We really need to talk about what we're going to do in Sonra as well. Cavern Realm, they brought everything up, which we saw, so we're pushing on that. Here is another good amount of chaff coming in, but we're 2 spaces away. Can we get there in time? And Silverfang, so let's watch this fight, where we are just sitting our Sacred against Man. Man, again, just has this line of troops and these tower guards. We have some units not scripted, and a bear is already running, so it just got pinged well enough. So I'm hoping we can push through. Is this our prophet? Yes, it is. Alright, so it's just the wall archers now at this point. So I'm surprised no one went bottom, but we'll be able to clean up here. Oh, all that archer fire. Oh no, we routed. Oh, this is devastating. And this just goes to show you, like, I really should have spent more resources. It's gonna, well, I don't think we looked at the retreat on Sonra. We'll have to come back to it. But Silverfangs, we lost most of our mages, or I should say all of our commanders, except 4 mages that retreated. We lost 35 Nidbeth. Now, that granted, these were not the most healthy, but they had gone through an army. But losing that many, we did get their profit, but this amount of PD, we're going to have to bring in a Crow Mage to air shield it to get through these longbowmen. We just can't, unless we throw in so many troops at him. But that is devastating. So here it is to show, don't ever let up against even a normal AI as well. Oh, and we have an event from End. If you're not aware, End can basically give everyone I want to say bishop. It has a name right there, not a priest, a bishop. And you have this magnificent End text, but lowers Dominion. And why that is so bad is we depend on Dominion in our cap. We do get a bishop, but we're going to start losing Scar Souls as well in our cap. So, good old Woods and Rock. We got some positive events, and we got the Windlord. So, let's talk about some key areas. TC. TC is gunning for a victory. They have 3 thrones now. There's another one right beside them. What will they play for? And we have these 3 that we can fight for, and when you know it, they must have got an event, because now they have a Crystal Citadel of 2,000 wall integrity right beside their cap. So this is an option, A, beside their cap, B, we have no quick way to it. But now they don't even have to worry about losing that for a very long time. Looking at thrones again, they have 3, all the ones they've captured, and they're going to be gunning for the 4th one, which we can see here. These are going to be their closest ones to go for. We have to attack now. We have to go ahead and claim it and get that claim order in. And we know they're going to be pushing against us, so we are now in a 2, soon to probably be 3 with End as well. What are we doing with the Black Forest is sneaking in some Crow Mage just to buff up gens, but we don't have a lot of Sacreds. They are healthy, yes, with 4 lives, but we don't have a lot of them. We have a lot of either Indies that we've recruited, or we have just Chaff that we had utilized, but it is a lot. So I'm hoping we can come in, and with the army that we have bid, these Sylphs, who have Glamour, who can fly, who can attack the back line, and also can be buffed, which we're going to be doing with Barkskin, hoping we can really solidify and take a province and capture it. Again, our Pretender is, I believe, 5. I think we checked last time that he could use, where is it, Cloud Trapeze. Yeah, so if we want to, we can get him down there, which we will be. But we're keeping him here to keep foraging and to keep helping our mages. We got another one of the gnomes with Glamour that we are shooting over to the east flank to help with that. So we talked about TC. Let's talk about Vanheim on the north. So they are bringing in troops. With this island, they can sail over and hit us, and they can keep trying to drive attention away from the front lines war. We do have, let me actually pull in, we have some of these troops that I feel like are strong enough to take them on, and we have some mage support, so we're going to be pulling into Faircliff. Most of their vans are on the north side, so I'm hoping to grab the mountains as well with just this, and we don't see any PD here. We're not going to worry about these, but for Silver Fangs, we're going to have to preach man out or bring a crow in to help and bring in units. So we are recruiting everywhere to bring on our east and west flanks, but also with Silver Fangs. And Silver Grove is coming online, I believe, this turn, yes. But our east flank and then End. I'm very worried about another assault on Sonra. If we look at what we have coming in, we have a lot of Sacreds, but we have no Traff to protect, and they're going to start losing as well. My goal is, and this is kind of a wild card, I'm trying to throw a high bid in for these 50 swordsmen just to pull in. And we have a Crow Mage coming in, Arrow Ward, Spell Ward, and where is our other one? He has no gems, though he's throwing up Protective Winds. So, hoping to get some of this protected, our bears are going to be using as one thing I did not realize, and I should have done this last time, is to go ahead and get Howl out and to really help. Yes, it's not a forest, I don't believe, as farmland, but just to have additional chaff in and give us that another turn of breathing room, because if we can hit Dardania with our more chaff from the underground, we'll be able to hold. So we're really trying to, quote, fingers crossed, hold one more turn as we get chaff lineup. We're bringing in more gems, and we're bringing underground more units. We're splitting them up. Some are popping over to Garelian, I'm just going to say Province 32, to help with our TC fight, but the rest are moving over. The other thing you can see here is we got our blue caps over. We're summoning more to be ready to get luck out and assist us with that. Our glamour gems took a huge hit, but I think it's going to be paying us dividends if we can get luck out on our sacreds. So again, we don't have many sacreds coming in right now. We're pulling off the sacreds we were patrolling. We just need the troops. So we're bringing a large swath behind them. And each province behind you see just they're trickling through to the west. So we're going to be trying to send them to Black Forest, and if we can, Vath as well. These are our targets right now. A, we would like to win, of course, but B, we want to make sure that TC doesn't grab the win without putting up a fight from us. And the underwater, we have summoned some sea serpents. I debated on summoning a fourth one, but our water gems are getting lacking. We really need it for elementals, and we're going to be spawning more of our undead Draug to help us with the underwater war as well. We are attacking the back lines in blue water. We have our Bane Lord, and we have some gelatinous cubes and water elementals that should be assisting here as well. Let's go ahead and pull him slightly back, because the movement is they are very slow with 2, and even though they are poor amphibian, I think it will be to 4, and so we want to have them kind of hit roughly the same time. The water elementals will catch up. The last thing to talk about is research. So we pivoted again. One thing I missed in Evo 7, yes, we've been working for our Crow Mages with Wind of Death, Cloud Death, but we also get Storm of Thorns, and we also get Ice Strike. That would have really allowed both our mages to really turn on to assist with offensive outside of buffing. And so I've pivoted again. We should have went ahead and finished it up. But we're switching to Evo 7, and then after, which will take a turn and a half to 2 turns, and then we'll be switching over to Thom to get up to that group luck with the gnomes that we've been summoning. We really want to get this out on our Nidbeth as well. But it's a spicy turn. There's a lot going on. We're holding our breath for Sonra. We're hoping to push back the top, and we have a devastating loss on Silver Fangs. So we'll see what happens in the upcoming turn and see if TC can hit another throne before we have a chance of taking Black Forest. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back on turn 50.